Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Story Time. This week we started learning about plants. And today I'm going to read you a book that we're going to find different plants. The title of the book is Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt by Kate Messner and illustrated by Christopher C. Neal. Let's look at the cover of the book, boys and girls. What do we see in the cover? Look, I see two different plants, two different flowers, and we learn about the parts of the flower. So we see the stem, leaves, and petals. And we also see, look over here, a little bird and different insects. Can you see the ladybugs? We see ladybugs. We're going to learn in this story about what grows up in the garden and what goes down in the dirt, or what we find down in the dirt. So let's get ready for our story. Up in the garden, I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds and my head full of dreams. Here is the little girl with the seeds, ready to plant her garden. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants and mud sucks at my rain boots. It's not quite time, Nana says. Down in the dirt, things need to dry out and warm up. What's down there? I ask. Now, Grandma says it's not time to start planting. Down in the dirt is a whole busy world of earthworms and insects digging and building and stirring up soil. They're already working down in the dirt. Look at all the different insects that we can find down in the dirt. Snails, worms, crickets, ladybugs, spiders, all different insects that sleep down in the dirt during winter time. Up in the garden, we snap brittle stalks, scoop rustly armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they squabble and scratch, we spread compost over the soil. Look at the chicken and little plants growing. Down in the dirt, pill bugs shoot through last year's leaves. I give a gentle poke. They roll up tight and hide in plaited suits of armor, roly-poly round. Look at these insects. When you touch them, they turn into a little ball. And look, boys and girls, look what is here. A bunny and also flowers starting to grow up in the garden. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my finger and sprinkle seeds in a careful road. Give them a drink, Nana says. We pat them down to snuggle in the dark. Okay, here is the girl. Give them water. Down in the dirt, a tomato horn worm rests, waiting for wings and the leaves where she'll lay her eggs. Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout, pea blossoms bloom, wasps are on the prowl, and honeybees visit, legs loaded with pollen. Look at the carrots growing down in the dirt and the peas growing up in the garden. I weed and wilt in sun so strong, even Nana looks for shade. Here is Nana sitting under a tree. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp dark. Here are the worms tunneling down in the dirt. Up in the garden, rain shower. Nana turns the hose on me. Eee! Look at the little girl trying to run away from the water. And look over here, boys and girls. We see a bird feeding her babies. I hide behind the cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shivered and laughed, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep. Roots drink it in, and a long-legged spider still walks over the stream. Here is the spider. Look at the little stream. Up in the garden, there is so much to eat. Ladybugs feast on aphids. Aphids are very tiny green insects. Nana crunches green beans. I bite a ripe tomato, warm from the sun. Juice dribbles down my chin. Here is the little girl eating a tomato. Down in the dirt, a robin's beak finds a cricket, a beetle, and a grub. The slugs are scrumptious too. It means they're delicious. Up in the garden, we pick kikes and zucchinis, harvesting into the dark. Bats swoop through the sunflowers, and I pluck June bugs from the basil until it's time for bed. You can see the bats. And there goes the little girl with her grandma. Down in the dirt, skunks work the night shift. They snuffle and dig and gobble cutworms while I sleep. Look, that is the skunk eating worms. Up in the garden, a praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. Nana sprays away the aphids, and I'm after grasshoppers, ready to swoosh. But here is the praying mantis, and Nana is watering the flowers and the other plants. And snap! Someone else is faster. Down in the dirt, a smooth, shiny garter snake crunches on supper. Here is a garden snake. Up in the garden, the wind grows cold. Pumpkin blush orange and sunflowers bow to September. Nana ties them together to build a house for reading. So it's windy and we can see pumpkins. Down in the dirt, an orb weaver spins her web, strands by silken strand. She'll munch on moth tonight. Look at the spider web over here. Up in the garden, color leaves litter the squash vines, and we know the cold is coming. Hurry, hurry, and harvest. Harvest means to pick up all the fruits and vegetables from the garden. There is enough for the neighbors too. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather what we leave behind. They're storing food for the cooler days ahead. Look, boys and girls, look at the trees. It's fall time, and soon it's gonna be winter. So all the insects are gathering food so they can store it for those cold days. Up in the garden, frost draws layers of leftover leaves, where secret eggs sacs hen, waiting for the worm to return. We say goodbye and spread the winter blanket. Down in the dirt, beetles burrow, ants scurry home, earthworms curl tight in the dark. So now the insects are ready to go to sleep. When Grandpa calls us for soup and autumn moon is rising, up in the garden, dry corn stalks tremble and the wind smells like winter. But the long ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and bumblebees, earthworms and ants are hunkered down, hiding, biding their time. Dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts under the bare arms of trees and blanketing snow. A whole new garden sleeps down in the dirt. And that is the end. What do we find, boys and girls, up in the garden, and what do we find down in the dirt? So I'm gonna post some questions that you can answer by after you read the book with the help of your parents. Hope you enjoyed the story, boys and girls. See you next time. Bye-bye.